All right, so today we're running. Today we're going to run 3 saws. We're going to probably go kind of weird here. We're going to run my fastest saw first. That's my 036 that Briscoe built. Had some ignition issues with it. Swapped out some coils. I took a Chinese coil out and put an OEM coil in it. And I was still having issues, so today I decided to just throw a new plug in it, just to see if maybe we had a faulty plug or whatever. So we're going to give it a test run with a new plug. I got a feeling the plug's going to clean it up, but we'll see. We'll see how she plays out. And then we're going to run the 61. The chain you see on the 61 is, it came on another saw that I had bought used, and whoever had that chain beforehand took a lot off the rakers. I've been trying to get her to clean up. She's still deep, and I might end up throwing the chain away because of it. And it's practically a new chain, but there's so much off the rakers that I just can't seem to clean the chain up. It's pulling too hard. It's just far too hungry. You know what I mean? It's like a brand new chain ruined by taking too much off the rakers, it seems like. But we'll see. We're going to give it a test run today and see if I got it to clean up. I doubt I did, though. You know? But the 61 is basically, it's the old white top 61 that I put a 268 top end on it and ported it up and everything. And then we're going to run this Johnson Red 2149. I'm tweaking the chain on this thing. I'm trying to take it to a race performance level on this chain. That's why you're seeing a scabbard on the 2149 now, because I'm protecting the chain. I actually had an issue last year where we threw all my saws in the back of Joey's pickup truck along with his saws. We rode to Saw Fest, and one of my saws, we must have bumped it pretty hard or something, but a tooth was literally bent like way off to the side, and when I hit the wood, it was horrendous. You should have seen it. It was a pretty awful experience. So from now on, I'm going to start putting scabbards on everything. I need the 20-inch scabbard is what I need. I might make them, or I might buy them, but I'm going to start putting scabbards on everything just to protect these chains, especially my race builds more so. I'm not so worried about it with the firewood saws because they don't really go anywhere. But the way I'm transporting these race builds around with the chains on and everything, I need to get some scabbards on there to protect them chains. I'm running into issues where I'm damaging the chain in transport. So, you know, scabbards, here we come. I found this one laying there. We're going to run that on the 2149, and then I'll work. I got to locate a whole bunch of them for the rest of the saws. But yeah, but anyway, we're going to play with chain on the 2149. Let's see if we got her to race level performance. It is a round chain. We're not playing with square on this one, at least not yet. We're going to make a square chain for this saw, but for now, we're doing a round one. So today's test is on a round race chain on a 2149. Typically I make a dedicated video to this, but today I'm not. It's a one video for everything. So test the 036, test the 61 chain, and test the 2149 race chain. So race chains are I'm a lot more particular with them on tolerances, making sure everything is in there to the exact thousandth and all that. Let's see how she cuts. Alrighty. There we go. That chain, nailed it. I don't think I'm going to touch it. So that's why you're seeing the scabbard now, to protect the chain. I'm going to say that chain is pretty much flawless at this point. Still just a tad on the chattery side, but I'm fine with that. It keeps it nice and hungry, you know what I mean? Heck, when we're racing, we don't even race on stuff that big, so, you know, I think we'll be just fine. Got my starter on it now, you see that? There's my new starter handle. It's nice and comfy too. I like it. But I think I'm going to leave the chain like that. I'll put a different chain on it, so in future videos you'll see it with a different chain. This one I'm just going to pull it off, throw it in a box, and keep it for, you know, for the races and stuff. I like that chain exactly the way it is. Now, I can tell you, you know how I talked about before, how, I don't know, something seemed off, like I wasn't getting the RPM? The ignition timing, it's starting to reveal itself more. It seems like the ignition timing, I do have it too far advanced. So, we're going to back it off a little. We might end up taking it back to factory. I think I might have gotten too much in advance on it though. So we're going to roll back some, but she might pick up some RPM when I do that. We'll see. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with 2149. The 036, you know, all it needed was a spark plug. All this time, I was thinking coils. I should have started with the plug, huh? But nope, yeah. All she needed was a spark plug. Then I switched. So I used to run NGK plugs. So I pulled an NGK plug out of that thing. I actually switched to the Champion plugs now. I switched to the Champion because some of my saws, they're pretty tight on their tolerances and they don't like the plug. You know, like the plug might want to hit the piston. And if you go to the Champions, they're a little shorter, and I don't have to add like extra washers in the spark plug and stuff when I go to the Champions. So I decided to just switch everything to Champions, and that's basically what I did. I just threw a new plug into that thing, and she runs flawlessly now. And the 61, which is basically a 268 and a 61, you know, chassis and all that stuff. But the chain's still too hungry. You know, it's one of the side effects of running these chains that on saws that, like I got that chain off of another saw that I had bought. You know, it came with that other saw. It's a semi-chisel chain, but whoever had it before took so much off the rakers, I just can't seem to control it or get it to tame down. I'm having to sharpen it so much, and it's kind of, you know, the chain's practically new. Do I throw the whole chain out because of that? I mean, it's still cutting and everything, but it's too hungry. I don't typically run semi-chisel chains, but I figured for that it's a firewood saw. But, you know, I'll probably leave it as is though. It's kind of like playing tug of war with it when you're making a cut. She pulls pretty hard, like really, really, really hard. But on the other hand, you know, I don't know. On smaller wood is kind of nice because that thing is self-feeding monster like you can't imagine. So, I don't know. We'll see how things play out with that. I might just throw another chain on it though. But I might just leave it. This one here is my favorite so far. This one and the 036 are two of my favorite saws actually right now. I'm so close. You know, I think I'm just going to back some timing out of that and give it another run here one of these days. But I really like the way this guy's running. You know, that chain on the Ash, it was like butter. Like it felt like butter going through that wood. And on this, it got a little chattery, but you can see the fibers where it was literally ripping the fibers out of the wood. So it might have been more of a wood thing. But on the Ash, it felt like butter going through the wood. And I'm pretty happy with that. And it was freaking plowing through it really nice. I like that chain a lot. And that's a Holtz Foreman chain that I sharpened. You know, it's all in the sharpening. So that's where we're at. I think I'm just going to take that off and save it for later. Save it for a race. So, alrighty, hey, catch you in the next one. Later.